Yo, what is good, my anime people? I'm moving to close the window so we don't hear that crap. My people! Okay, so we got a hilarious and actually very entertaining show already for today in the case of when it's going to be dropping. Hopefully, it comes out every day on this day, but my lord, did this show actually come to surprise me. I thought it was going to be kind of a cheap knockoff of a show that back in the day was another reason why I got really into anime and wanted to, see how other people felt about certain shows that were had this kind of genre but not really. Like this genre, this is a little bit different than what I actually thought. So, we have a kid who is pretty much on the verge of never ever in his life going to turn down somebody for any reason, shape, or form. Um, Even as, being someone who should have a little bit of intelligence, knowing he might be the slave of somebody or, signing over his rights to do whatever he wants to someone else, we are just shown how, lucky he is the person that got him is the way he is and kind of gives him free reign of how to live his life and do whatever you want, but whenever you're doing it, you now are carrying the title of demon king as your grandpa behind you, so we're looking at it from that perspective like the students are, and how crazy of a level that is. Like, sorry for anything in the background. I'm by the closest window by the freaking street. Um, so to know that there's going to be a huge, like, just take on all these different types of demons or, different types of monsters in general that are just out there. I can't wait to see, what they land on because, like I was saying, there's a show that was out there, and it pretty much was whenever this person gets to this area, he's kind of just stuck in the case of um, all of the monsters don't know he's a human, and there's a vampire that he becomes friends with that's very powerful that just protects him, and he wouldn't be able to do anything on his own. So that's as much as I'll give for that show. If you want to know more about it, I'll talk to you in the comments. But this was completely the opposite. This guy is absolutely a monster from literally just being in danger all of his life. This baby was born like out fishing, and somehow his father got him on a reel, and a giant fish was about to just eat him as a baby. So somehow he remembers that as well. So that's even the scarier thing about him is he has the best memory probably of all times if he remembers this. Not to mention how scary that would be, like continuing on with your life and still running into death situations like around every corner. I feel so bad for this kid. So he's already got my sympathy on why he is the way he is. Like, some people choose to go out to danger. We choose to go skydiving. We choose to bungee cord. Or, for me, I like to longboard every once in a while. I choose to get on a longboard while there's cars out and people that can't drive. You know what I mean? Like, my life is in their hands all of a sudden. So, just because I I went out there, this kid wants nothing to do with any of that stuff and still gets in even worse situations than us. So, I that part had me going already, and then to really top it off is his grandfather being such a like lovable character. He's definitely he has a lot of other characters within him in the case of how spoiled he treats his own family members and stuff now. So we know exactly how he probably is still saw, or like seen by everybody who is not familiar with that side that we're seeing when he's with his grandson, and he's all rolling over like a little egg-shaped person. So, um, I can't wait to see how like if he still needs to do something that only the Demon King can handle, you know, at some point in time or something along those lines. See where his powers really truly come from. Okay, so I don't have that good a balance. But overall, I really expect to see more and more. Like, you see the opener, so that's another reason why I don't like watching openers. I kind of know every character that's supposedly going to join his squad just because I've seen the opener, you know, and it's not that bad as sometimes, because I mean it's kind of obvious when the focus just all of a sudden goes to a character we've never met before in a dark alleyway that just has random of them being in there at the same time, and I'm gonna get goinked. But no, I'm not. Blow. As the way this one kind of turned out, it wasn't, you know, as like as as I had thought it was going to. I thought maybe they're gonna he was gonna get in trouble in school, and this guy shows up, like the first person show up and like protect him. But yeah, as he has gone through all these situations, he's built up a ultimate ability to be able to dodge anything and everything, and not only dodge but parry as well. So somehow he can go into like a martial arts like state of mind as well to know exactly how to avoid the incoming damage. So this kid is pretty out there, and I love that fact about, you know, where they're kind of going with all this, because now if anybody you know, wants to fight him, someone of a high caliber has already tried and failed like miserably, like got called lower than a bug and stuff. So the comedy's on point. The kid is just literally just trying to be a nice kid, and all of it gets turned into an insult somehow, and I absolutely loved it. Not only that, there's this weird feeling that we're still missing something. Like there's still an elephant in the room that hasn't been addressed. It doesn't feel like there's any real characters that strike me as, oh, that's the big bad or something like that. We haven't feels like we haven't seen that character yet, so I'm interested in seeing who plays that role. We already saw at the very end credits that there is a girl who got her life saved during this battle where this man drops a German suplex on this man. Not only a German suplex, but he then he then carried him to the infirmary to make sure he was okay. Like you can't make this stuff up. And I don't know why it was so entertaining to me. I was dying. So I look forward to seeing what people are going to either, you know, comment or review on this show, because, like I said, for me, I thought it was going to be close to a show that I already knew. So I'm not sure if a lot of other people are going in with that same kind of thought process, because if they are, they might not give it as much of a fair chance as they maybe should. But with all the comedy, with all the different stuff going on, and how broken this kid's going to become, I'm happy to watch and see it all play out. So if you are too, let me know. I will definitely be reading all the comments, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I have one more video that I'm going to drop back to back, and then I'll be looking into maybe a last one. That might be a lot, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. So with all that being said, peace.